Well, good Monday morning to each and every one of you, and greetings from a very brisk Pennsylvania. Today is Monday, November 4th, 2019. My name is Matt Alina. I'm the Final Expense Manager here at URL Insurance Group. Thank you very much for joining us for our Final Expense Monthly Monday. Our Final Expense Monthly Monday is kind of a forum where final expense agents, whether you've been doing this for several years or you're brand new, you kind of get a central location of to get some updates and some sales tips, sales ideas to help you grow your final expense business here at URL. So for those of you who are brand new to final expense, we will be going over the final expense sales and how you get started with URL. We'll also get into our lead program and our lead subsidy. We also do a monthly company spotlight. We share some sales tips. We have some information about our agent bonuses and other agent incentives. And then we also open it up for any questions that you might have. One of the more successful webinars when we do this is when agents ask questions or they have some success stories or even some challenges throughout the month or throughout their the last several months, because other agents may learn from that, or we all kind of get an opportunity to learn from each other. So let's get into this. We have been, for several years, we have been putting together the playbook for success. We're basically your final expense coaches. You can contact a lot of our competitors out there, other IMOs, BGAs, whatever you want to refer to us as, and sometimes you're going to get voicemails or you're just going to be a name but really not have any clue. They're not going to have any clue who you are and what you're all about. What we try to do is tailor our services to help you and give you more of a some specialized attention, I guess is the best way to put it. So we have, when you partner with URL for final expense sales, we will provide you with sales materials, whether it's scripts, agent guides. We have an online quoting system and I'll get into that here in just a few minutes. We also have a turnkey marketing program. Medicare producers, this is more directed to you. So if you're doing Medicare production right now during open enrollment, we do have some turnkey marketing programs that will help you readdress your Medicare clients to help you cross-sell final expense to your Medicare clients. We also put together different webinars, seminars, and one-on-one training. You're experiencing one of our webinars right now. We do have in-house seminars, as well as we can always set aside some one-on-one training, just a phone call, email away, and I'll get it on the calendar. We also have consumer materials that you can use, that you can brand to yourself. Some of them are company specific. Those consumer materials would include like brochures, memorial books, different turnkey letters. We do have numerous lead resources. I'll get into our lead resources in just a couple minutes. And then we also have a lead subsidy program, and that is tied in to your production. So we have about 20 or so different final expense carriers in our portfolio. I do not recommend you get contracted with all these carriers. However, if you get about 2, 3, 4 carriers, you'll be competitive in the final expense marketplace. I can help you select carriers. That's something that that I like to do, is help you select some carriers that will help you become competitive, so that somebody is not coming in behind you to replace that business. With final expense sales, you get a nice commission up front, as well as renewal commissions for at least 10 years. So the idea is to get that sale on the book and also get some renewals if that's at all possible. We do have a final expense quote engine, and let me just kind of point that out to you here. So in our final expense quote engine, we have, if you go to our Life Markets page, so you go to URL INS Group /Aries, the website is over here on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. If you go to Departments and then Life Markets and click on Quoting Tools, it'll take you to this page. It's our Life Markets Quoting Tools page. And then you just click on Final Expense. From there, On the left-hand side of your screen, it's a little blurry, I understand, but it's going to populate the state of sale. So you'll select the state that the sale is going to be taking place. You'll enter the client's date of birth, their gender, male or female, tobacco use, yes or no, and then the amount of coverage. And then you try to get the client a level benefit. If you're not sure where the client is going to fall, if they have some pre-existing medical conditions, I can help you find a carrier, or try to help you find a carrier that's going to take that client's medical ailments, whether it's COPD, but they're not on oxygen, or maybe they have diabetic neuropathy, or maybe they're significantly overweight. Whatever it is, I can help you try to find a carrier that will take that client's ailment. You do not have to do anything with the access key, and then you just click on Get Quotes Now. On the right-hand side of your screen, the website does, the quote engine on the website does the shopping for you. So you'll see companies like KSKJ Life, Western Catholic Union. Now, these are companies that are available in Pennsylvania, but then what you'll do when you look at these quote engines, you'll look for carriers that you're contracted with. So you may not be contracted with KSKJ or Western Catholic or Family Benefit, but you're licensed with Oxford or Liberty Bankers or whoever it is. So those are the companies that you would quote your client. So this is just a at your fingertips quote engine. I do not recommend you use this for your clients. This is to help you do quick calculations, have a sheet of paper, have something there that you can write the rates down. What a lot of final expense producers will do is they will quote three rates, three to four rates. So if you have a client, you might do rates for 10,000, 15, 20,000. And then show them the rates and let the client pick which rate they want to pay. A lot of times people go with the one in the middle. Sometimes people are going to want to get a higher amount. Maybe they have a set budget in mind. When you're on a final expense appointment, one of the questions you'll want to ask a client is what's more important to you, staying within a particular budget or the amount that your beneficiaries are going to get? More often than not, you're going to have clients that are going to tell you that they want to stay within a particular budget, whether it's $50 a month or $60 a month. So this will help you with getting some ideas as to what plans will work for your client's budget. And you'll want to do some quoting where they may say, I want a $60 a month budget. So you might go $55 a month, $60 a month, $65 a month, and maybe they'll go for that higher amount, try to get a little bit more. For $5 more, you can get X amount more coverage, something like that. You guys have all done sales. A lot of you have already done sales for a long period of time. You know what you're doing. I'm just giving you a few pointers and a few tips. I want to get into our lead program and what our lead program is all about. So with our lead program, we have direct mail and telemarketed leads, Facebook leads, and then we have basic tele leads. So our direct mail, it's where you do a 1,000-piece mailer, and it's about $460 for a 1,000-piece mailer. So you would pick the territories that you want to target. It's usually done either by city, by zip codes, by counties, whatever it is. The lead vendor will do some research before you spend money to make sure that your money is going after an area that has a good result. And direct mail, it usually takes about 3 weeks to start getting leads back. So if anyone is looking for December leads before the holidays, you'll probably want to consider putting in a lead order here in the next couple of weeks so that as soon as Medicare season is over, now you can start taking over with that. Anything going on late November, you're going to be running into holiday mailing, and it's not going, the post office does get inundated, so you would probably want to hold off on doing any kind of mailings until about a week or so prior to the order, placing an order a week before Christmas. But in the meantime, just to kind of give you an idea here, $460 for a 1,000-piece mailer. These are exclusive leads. So these leads are going back specifically to you. They're not going to you and a bunch of other agents, and you get to define your own sales territory. We also have verified teleleads. The verified teleleads are $25 a piece. These are a US-based lead vendor. They make calls from the United States, so they're not making phone calls in another country on the other side of the world. These are $25 a lead. These are a defined sales territory as well. You can do it by counties. They usually need 3 or 4 counties depending on where you are, and or you can do an entire area code. For example, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is area code 717. You could target the entire 717 area code or whatever area code you are in. Understand that may encompass a very large area. Again, these are exclusive leads. So these leads are being delivered directly to you, not to you and a bunch of other agents. And these leads are never resold. Just like the direct mail leads, they are never resold. And these are your leads. There are Facebook leads out there. It's about $30 per lead, 20 lead minimum order. You're notified in real time. And again, these leads are exclusive to you. And I will be quite honest, I do not have any agents at this time using Facebook leads. Our 2 biggest sellers, direct mail and verified teleleads. And when I say our biggest sellers, these are the lead vendors that people are using. URL does not make any money promoting, does not make any money on the leads itself. Just like you, we make money when you make the sale. That's why I'm here to try to help you and help facilitate that sale for you so that it's a win-win. And then we do have basic teleleads. Those are $10 to $15 a lead. Again, it's a basic telelead. These leads are generally generated outside of the United States. Some agents have had some success with them, to be quite honest. Some agents just don't like the fact that they're not in the United States, but we do have one particular lead company that's based out of Guyana, which is in South America, and it is a U.S.-based, it's a U.S.-speaking country, or not U.S., it is an English-speaking country. So they do, English is their first language. Now there's a little bit of an accent, but those are about $10 to $15 a lead. They get cheaper the more leads you order. So what leads are working right now here in November, going into December? Exclusive teleleads. The verified teleleads are the biggest seller right now. A lot of our clients are getting inundated with postcards because it's Medicare season. This is a way to kind of work around that. So verified teleleads, again, they're $25 a piece. It is a 10 lead minimum order. Or you could do the basic teleleads. Again, 10 lead minimum order. It does get cheaper the larger the quantity that you order. Now, as we're talking about all of these different costs that are associated with purchasing leads, I also want to bring to your attention that we do subsidize your lead costs based on your production. For Gemini partners, Gemini agents, you know who you are. We give you $80 for every $1,000 of placed, paid, annualized final expense premium. For our standard partners, we give you $50 for every $1,000 of paid annualized final expense premium. So as you'll see here, if you did $5,000 in annualized premium, Gemini agents are going to get a $400 lead credit, and our standard agents are going to get a $250 lead credit. Either way, we're rewarding you for doing business with URL, and it's to help offset some of those lead costs. So in addition to the commission that you're making from the carrier, URL is also giving back to you as a way to thank you and to help you continue growing that business, your final expense business, with our lead subsidies. Now, with that being said, and we've talked about the lead vendors, if there is a lead vendor that you are currently using that maybe we're not using right now, feel free to use them. We will still subsidize your lead costs. So we will help you with all of that. Whether it's a lead vendor that we've partnered with or if it's a lead vendor that you have, either way, the idea here is to help you grow your business and help you close more final expense sales. So for those of you who are not doing final expense right now with URL, maybe you're interested in getting started. It's really, as it sounds cliche, but it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. The first step, select the carriers that you want to represent. Then submit your contracting. Maybe you're contracted with other carriers with URL, but maybe you're not involved in final expense. We already have your contracting, so you can skip step 2. Step 1, you'll select the carriers, let me know or let us know what carriers you want to represent, and then order leads. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Select your carriers, submit the contracting, and then order your leads. Now, if you're brand new to URL in terms of final expense, we do have what we call our Fresh Start bonus. We are giving an additional $25 per placed final expense application. It's during your first 60 days, first 2 months of working with URL and final expense sales. Now, you have to be new to URL or you have not submitted life business with URL in the past 24 months. Now, it's business that is placed within the first 60 days. And the nice thing about final expense is that cases get issued and placed rapidly, usually within a day or 2. The minimum annualized premium is $500, and you can still qualify for our lead subsidy. So this is just a way of us giving back to you and adding an incentive to giving final expense life a try. Our company spotlight for the month of November is Transamerica. Transamerica is one of our top-selling final expense carriers that we have in our portfolio. Transamerica is a household name. Most of us have heard of Transamerica. Most of your clients have heard of Transamerica. Transamerica has been doing some changes, making some significant changes to the way that we do business with them as we know it. Now, I am not going to say that Transamerica is not difficult to work with, because they are sometimes, but that is why we have case managers here that are working for you. Let us deal with the headaches and let us deal with the home office with Transamerica. Now, with that being said, Transamerica, they have a great final expense plan, extremely competitive. It's available for people ages 0 to 85. You could do as little as $1,000 in death benefit up to $50,000. Now, this is determined by the age of your client. Now, the reason that we're spotlighting and highlighting Transamerica is because this month they are rolling out their brand new e-application. For about 3 years, Transamerica has been telling us that they are going to be coming out with an e-application. The e-application is just about to get kicked off. It was supposed to be started on November 1st. There are a couple of delays with that rollout. However, they are expecting it to roll out this week. So they have what they call their Express Protective Underwriting Instant Decision. This is for final expense sales. And they also have their online application, which is through IGO. It is an online application. Again, this is supposed to be rolling out here as soon as this week. They do have competitive rates, and for those of you who are working with clients on a fixed income and they may not have a checking account and they do a lot of their purchasing through their Direct Express, which is a Social Security debit card, they participate in Direct Express Social Security billing. This is actually a big thing because a lot of times our clients who are on a fixed income, whenever they get their Social Security check, just like you and me, when we have money in the bank, we're going to spend it. So what will happen is if they have, the client has a fixed date that the bank account is going to get drafted, they may have spent that money already. So what Direct Express does is it automatically debits their Social Security account, and then they're not able to spend that money, which means lower lapse rates. So that's a big deal when it comes to Direct Express, the Social Security billing. And I am sure some of you are going to have questions about that. Feel free to call me. I'll be happy to explain how it all works. So really with Transamerica, they have the online application, and they also have they call Protective Underwriting Instant Decision. So when you do the online application, they will give you a decision right there on the spot. So you're not going to have to wait a couple of days in order to get that underwriting decision. You're going to know right then and there. So a couple of big changes that Transamerica is rolling out here this week. Now, I do get this question from time to time, companies that offer electronic application submission. where they get quick decisions. So two of them right out of the gate are guaranteed issue companies, which is AIG and Gerber. As long as you're contracted with AIG and or Gerber, you can submit an application directly through their website. And with guaranteed issue, it is truly guaranteed issue. There are no medical questions. It just, as long as they have access to an email, you'll be able to do this over the phone. You can do face-to-face sales as well, but you can get you can do the e-application. With Americo, they have the Eagle Premier program, which is their final expense, one of their final expense products. Certain states have adopted their e-application process. Some have done what they have set up a phone application. Either way, you can get decisions right there on the spot. Pennsylvania does not allow the e-application for Americo, but they do allow the phone sales. Now, when I say about e-applications, you still can do face-to-face sales, but this also helps you facilitate and also allows you to do sales over the phone if that's something that you want to do. Another company is Assurant. KSKJ Life, which is a fairly new final expense carrier to URL. They'll be rolling out their e-application hopefully this month. Mutual of Omaha already has that. Occidental Life is rolling out their e-application. Oxford Life has an e-application. Now with Oxford Life, it is not designed for telesales. It's still face-to-face sales. Prosperity Life does e-applications. Royal Neighbors now has an e-application, and Transamerica this week should have the e-application. Transamerica has not been clear as to whether or not they will be allowing phone sales or if this is just a face-to-face sale that you can submit electronically. There will be some information as soon as it's available. I will be sharing that with everybody. So stay tuned for that. So moving on, the sales tips. This is the sales tips for the month of November, and it's basically language evolution. And we all know that words are important. And as we go through our lives and we hear about, and we listen to the news, we hear about how language, and some people really focus a lot on words that come out of our mouths. And these are words that resonate with clients. With that being said, so as you're doing a sales presentation, you might want to incorporate some of these things into your sales script that you've memorized. One of them would be, I want to help you live life on your terms. So that it's just something that people are gravitating towards hearing is, I want to help you live life on your terms. Peace of mind. This is a big one, especially in the final expense marketplace. You're selling your clients peace of mind that if they were to have passed away, their family is going to have money there to be able to take care of their funeral expenses, any last debts that they may have. So you're selling peace of mind. You might want to add that to it. Security is another one. Security and peace of mind, kind of the same thing there. Quality of life. Our commitment. The financial future and your family, the financial future you and your family deserve. So basically you're saying that you are working for them and their family and you're helping them protect their financial future. Something like that. These are just some of the words that are words that resonate with our clients. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to assume that you can hear me now. I apologize for that. We were having some audio problems here. So with that being said, we talked about the language evolution and some of the things that you want to add to your sales presentation, some different words that you want to add. So looking ahead to final expense in 2017 and really right now, if we look into our crystal ball, you will see that there's new CSO rates, which means that it's going to be a mandatory rate adjustment. So what does that mean? It means that rates could be increasing. There are also going to be some underwriting changes. With underwriting changes also means rate increases. And last but not least, we do have final expense sales. It is the fastest growing segment of the life insurance industry. And there are plenty of opportunities available for you if you're either brand new or if you've even been in the final expense industry for a while. And we have a lot of numerous lead resources available. So stay tuned. We are working on a lot of different things here at URL when it comes to final expense sales. Work hard, play hard. So in addition to the commission that you make with your final expense sales, a lot of our final expense carriers also add different trip incentives. And you can see that a lot of these carriers have some really great trips planned for 2020. And then URL is also doing a trip, and that's going to be to the Hotel Bennett, Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston's a great city. It's got a lot of great restaurants, great shopping, a lot of things to do, a lot of history, a lot of culture. Hope that you can make that. And then last but certainly not least, we do want to hear from you. What are some of the challenges that you're getting or that you're having in final expense? What are some of your successes as well? How are leads working out for you? And if you're on the fence about giving final expense a try, what can we do to help you give it a try? These are things that I'd like to hear from you throughout the next few weeks. What can we do? What are some of the challenges that you're experiencing? And since we're in November, it is the season for the attitude of gratitude. So for those of you who have been working with us over the years, thank you very much for your business. For those of you who are going to be working with us, we also appreciate you and what you do. So thank you very much. We hope you have a very happy and blessed Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to call me direct. My direct line is 717-216-8041. Again, 717-216-8041. Thank you very much for your time today. Again, I apologize for the audio issues that we were having. Hopefully that's all been resolved. And if you need anything, feel free to give us a call. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll talk to you all soon. Take care.